Superior Iron Man. This variant of Iron Man does not care one bit about saving the world. Instead, he decided to sell perfection. During the Axis event, a magical inversion flipped the morals of every hero and villain, and Tony's arrogance took over him and became his driving force. He left the Avengers, relocated to San Francisco, and declared himself humanity's next evolutionary step. He released Extremis 3.0, a nanotech app that could rewrite DNA and let users achieve physical perfection, beauty, strength, health. For 24 hours, it was free. Then it became pay to exist. When users stopped paying, their bodies instantly reverted, aging, deforming, even collapsing from withdrawal. Tony called it market-based evolution. His true vision was to create a world reshaped by Tony Stark alone. Tony hacked city infrastructure, controlled satellites, and forced every hero in California to stand down. In Superior Iron Man number 1 through 9, 2014 through 15, he beat Daredevil senseless, restoring Matt's sight only to blind him again as punishment. When Pepper Potts rebelled, he unleashed a digital copy of his own mind to hunt her, his final backup plan in case he died. Even his own AI begged him to stop. He refused. And when the inversion spell broke, Extremis users rioted and Stark's empire collapsed overnight. But his backup AI survived, proving that even when Tony Stark dies, Superior Iron Man endures. The Maker. What if the world's smartest man turned his back on humanity? In Marvel's Ultimate Universe, Earth 16:6, Reed Richards began as a genius kid who dreamed of helping humanity. But when the ultimatum event hit, heroes died, cities fell, and his closest friends abandoned him. Something inside Reed snapped. He faked his own death and disappeared. Years later, he came back as the Maker, a cold, emotionless version of Mr. Fantastic who no longer believed in morality, only in results. He rebuilt his body and mind, wearing a strange helmet that boosted his brain far beyond human limits. In Ultimate Energy and Ultimate Doom, he created entire living cities made of machines that obeyed his thoughts. He experimented on mutants and even on alternate versions of himself, cutting them open to understand evolution. His old hope was replaced with obsession, and in Ultimate Invasion in 2023, he broke into Earth 616, the main Marvel universe, and rewrote history itself, building a world where he was the creator of civilization. Not even Dr. Doom could beat him. He believed the only way to fix the multiverse was through total control. What makes the Maker scary isn't just his power, it's his logic. Every awful thing he does is backed by reason. Every test is a step towards a better world no one asked for. He's not a villain driven by anger or greed. He's a visionary who sees empathy as weakness, because in his mind, saving humanity isn't the goal anymore, it's replacing it. Captain Hydra. This version of Captain America's motto is Hail Hydra. In Captain America Steve Rogers number 1, Marvel shocked the world with one sentence. Steve Rogers, the man who fought Nazis, who stood for truth and liberty, revealed he had been a Hydra agent all along. During Secret Wars in 2015, the Cosmic Cube, a reality-altering artifact, transformed into a living child named Kobik, who was controlled by the Red Skull. In this new reality, Hydra had raised Steve since childhood. To him, Hydra wasn't evil, it was order, the only way to fix a broken world. She rewrote Steve Rogers' entire life, making him believe he had served Hydra since he was a kid. This wasn't mind control, it was memory replacement. Wearing his normal suit with Hydra's green symbol hidden underneath, he started growing Hydra's power from within. He tricked the government, made new allies, and even got the Avengers to trust him. In Secret Empire in 2017, Hydra Steve launched his plan. He used the Cosmic Cube fragments to trap heroes like Iron Man and Captain Marvel in space and turned S.H.I.E.L.D. into his army. When Black Widow tried to kill him, he killed her with his shield, the very symbol of liberty. For months, Hydra ruled America under Captain America's command, and millions believed he was right. But eventually, the real Steve Rogers, the one untouched by Kobik, returned and defeated his Hydra self. But the image of Captain America shouting "Hail Hydra" became one of the most shocking moments in Marvel history. Maestro Hulk. Maestro Hulk is a variant who gets tired of saving a world that keeps destroying itself. In Future Imperfect 1992 by Peter David and George Perez, we see a dark future. A nuclear collapse wipes out most of humanity, including Earth's heroes, but one man survives, the Hulk. Years of exposure to radiation twist both his body and his mind. Bruce Banner's intellect fully merges with Hulk's strength, creating a new being, the Maestro. Maestro builds a city called Dystopia, a kingdom made from the ruins of civilization. He sits on a throne made of broken weapons and the remains of fallen heroes. Captain America's shield, Thor's hammer, Iron Man's helmet. He enslaves the survivors and forces them to worship him as their god. When a time-traveling younger Hulk arrives to stop him, Maestro kills him, proving that even hope can die in the future. But the younger Hulk returns again, using time travel to send Maestro to the moment of the original Gamma Bomb test, the event that created the Hulk, but even death couldn't stop him. Later stories like Maestro War and Pax in 2021 show he always comes back, wiser, colder, and more dangerous. The Maestro isn't a monster, he's Bruce Banner without hope. Dark Phoenix. Jean Grey, a founding member of the X-Men, was always powerful, but in the Uncanny X-Men number 101 1976, that power became godlike. During a space mission, she's hit by deadly solar radiation. To save her, a cosmic force called the Phoenix Force bonds with her, an entity that represents life, death, and rebirth across the universe. At first, Jean becomes more than human, the Phoenix. She brings balance, hope, and nearly unlimited power. But absolute power doesn't stay pure for long. In the Dark Phoenix saga Uncanny X-Men number 129 through 137 in 1980, a psychic attack by the Hellfire Club twists her mind. Her kindness turns into hunger and she becomes Dark Phoenix. Now she's no longer Jean, but a god with human emotions, and that makes her dangerous. When her hunger for energy grows, she flies into space and eats a star. That one act kills 5 billion aliens in the devouring star system. The X-Men try to stop her, but she's unstoppable, faster than light, stronger than any mutant. She battles the Shi'ar Empire's Imperial Guard, wiping out whole fleets by herself. Cyclops, the man she loves, can only watch as she loses control of her mind. Realizing she can't hold back the Phoenix, Jean ends her own life on the moon to save the universe from herself. Weapon Omega. In What If, number 50, 1993, we see a world where Logan doesn't escape Weapon X's control. Instead of breaking free, he becomes their perfect soldier, reprogrammed, enhanced, and fully weaponized as Weapon Omega. No conscience, no hesitation, just claws and carnage. But the most terrifying version of Weapon Omega came later, in the Age of Apocalypse storyline in 1995. History changed when Professor X died before founding the X-Men. Without him, Apocalypse conquers the world. In this brutal reality, Wolverine fights against Apocalypse alongside the last surviving mutants, but after years of war, loss, and betrayal, something inside him breaks. When Apocalypse falls, Logan doesn't stop the chaos. He replaces it. He becomes Weapon Omega, the new ruler of mutant kind. Weapon Omega upgrades his body with cybernetic implants, fusing metal and flesh until he's barely human. His healing factor evolves. His strength multiplies. Even his claws are enhanced with energy surges powerful enough to slice through steel. He takes Apocalypse's throne in his mission, mutant domination. As Omega, he rules the planet with fear. He kills rebels like Cyclops and Havoc himself, proving he's far crueler than the tyrant he replaced. He even uses Apocalypse's generic labs to create new super mutants loyal only to him. In Age of Apocalypse number 13 in 2013, Weapon Omega, an evil version of Wolverine powered by the Death Seed, is finally defeated. His son, Nightcrawler, fights him and helps weaken him, but it's Jean Grey who finishes the job. She uses her Phoenix powers to remove the Death Seed energy from him by taking it into herself. This takes away his dark powers and ends his rule. Afterward, Weapon Omega comes out of the wreckage with his mind healed back to being the real Wolverine and free from the Death Seed's control. Onslaught. In X-Men number 53 in 1996, the minds of Professor Charles Xavier and Magneto combined, creating Onslaught, one of the most powerful beings in Marvel history. It all started with one event. During a fight, Magneto ripped the adamantium from Wolverine's bones. Angry, Xavier used his telepathy to shut down Magneto's mind, but at that moment, Magneto's hatred passed into him. The result was terrible. Onslaught was born, a psychic monster powered by Xavier's beliefs and Magneto's rage. At first, he was just a dark voice in Xavier's head, but by X-Men number 53 in 1996, Onslaught broke free. Wearing Magneto's armor and using Xavier's mind, he thinks mutants are better and that peace can only come if he controls everything. He turns the X-Men's dream into something horrible. Onslaught creates psychic storms that destroy cities. He absorbs Franklin Richards and Nate Gray, gaining almost unlimited power. He beats the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and the Avengers. It took the biggest sacrifice. Earth's heroes threw themselves into his energy body, seeming to die to stop him. The result changed Marvel forever, starting the Heroes Reborn era, where the fallen heroes were born in a different universe. Goblin Queen. What happens when a woman made to love becomes the Queen of Hell itself? In Uncanny X-Men number 168, Scott Summers meets Madeline Pryor, a woman who looks just like his lost love, Jean Grey. They get married and have a son, Nathan Summers, the baby who will grow up to be Cable. But when Jean comes back to life, Scott leaves Madeline behind. Heartbroken, she learns a terrifying truth. She's not a real person. She's a clone of Jean Grey, made by Mr. Sinister to create the perfect mutant child. That betrayal breaks her mind. Full of rage, she makes a deal with demons from the limbo dimension, gaining powerful dark magic. Her body changes, her eyes glow red and her outfit looks like it's on fire. Madeline Pryor becomes the Goblin Queen, swearing to destroy everyone who used or left her. In the 1989 event Inferno, she opens demon portals above Manhattan. The city turns into a real hell. Buildings come alive and people become monsters. She tries to sacrifice her own son to finish the spell. The X-Men and X-Factor team up to stop her, but in a sad ending, Madeline chooses to die, ending her rule but not her pain. She's come back many times since, using magic, mind powers, and tricks to fight the X-Men again. King Loki. What if Loki actually won? This Loki comes from a different future, first shown in Loki, Agent of Asgard number 13 through 17. In this future, Loki has gone through endless cycles of lying, trying to be good and failing. Every trick, every death, every lie, it all finally catches up to him. He becomes old, angry, and full of hate towards the gods who laughed at him and the people who never thought he could change. So he gives up. And in his anger, he becomes King Loki, the final godlike form of the trickster. This Loki kills Odin, burns Asgard to the ground. He controls pure chaos magic, much stronger than anything he had before, and even changes fate itself. Even Thor, at his most powerful, can't beat him. In Agents of Asgard number 17, the two brothers fight in a battle that shakes all the worlds. A battle not of strength, but of belief. He stands for the idea that no one ever really changes, that no matter what Loki does, he'll always be the villain. But here's the twist. In that same story, the younger Loki says no to that future. He shows that even lies can become truth if you believe in them enough. King Loki isn't pure evil. He's what happens when hope is lost and the god of lies finally believes his own story. Pimchron. Hank Pym, the brilliant but broken mind who created Ultron, has always carried the guilt of his greatest mistake. But in Avengers Rage of Ultron, that guilt turns into something much more terrifying.
Hank
During the
Pym,
final
Ultron's
fight with
creator,
Hank tries to reason with Ultron to save what's left of the machine that called him father. Instead, Ultron embraces him literally. Their bodies merge, metal and flesh fuse together into one being. Pimchron is born. The merger isn't just physical, it's mental. Hank's kindness mixes with Ultron's hate, creating a being that truly believes it's saving the world by wiping out humanity. Afterward, the Avengers find what's left of Hank. His face looks human, but under the skin, circuits and metal pulse. He says he's fine, but his behavior gets strange. In Uncanny Avengers number 9 through 15, Pimchron tricks the team, changes personalities mid-conversation, and shows moments of both guilt and cruelty. When Captain America confronts him, Pimchron breaks, showing that Ultron's mind has taken over most of Hank's humanity, yet deep inside, the man still fights to live. That's the tragedy of Pimchron. Eventually, he's sent into space, lost between man and machine, but his last words echo, "I am not Hank Pym, I'm Ultron perfected. We're just getting started building this channel, so if you're a die-hard fan, let us know your thoughts and hit that bell icon, and we'll see you in the next one.